Let's get into it. You see, Carrick, you like the team that he put out Champions League.
Not really, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? McFred was still there, but like I mentioned to you, they had
Donny started though. Donny started.
yeah, yes, but like I said to you in the previous podcast we had, that they've got two options. These guys, they can either get the kick up their asses and start performing, or things will get a lot worse. So they decided to go with the former and decided to pull up their socks.
Okay, so for Football Fanatics TV, we're gonna make it a short one here. Check it. You obviously the game of the weekend is Chelsea, Man United. You said you do not fear Chelsea. You saw what they did to Juventus.
I saw what they did to Juventus.
You do not fear that team. The way they played, leave Juventus. The way they played, the understanding that they have. Rudiger, the 37-year-old defender next to him. Oh my God, how can that guy?
Thiago.
Oh, that guy.
Mamela, listen, my guy. I take nothing away from Chelsea being organized. They are organized, especially defensively. They are very organized. But in terms of attack, they don't have teeth like Man City or Liverpool. You know, when Man City and Liverpool attack you, it's like you're burning in a shack, my guy. And there's only one door, but the blaze is primarily at that door.
So what's the prediction? Let's get straight to the prediction. Seeing that you say they don't have teeth, they're the dog that barks, but they get open, they can't do anything.
They get over and then they look at you and they sniff you, try pee on your foot.
I don't agree though, but okay, what's the scoreline?
Scoreline, it'll depend who they field up front in terms of Chelsea now.
You don't care who they field you winning though. So what's the scoreline?
No, I don't think we're gonna win. I'm changing my prediction. I don't think we're gonna win. I think against Chelsea we're going to play for a draw. I really think we're gonna play for a draw, and the tactic is we're going to sit and watch them, and then try hit them on the counter, because you can't really build up against an organized team like Chelsea. These guys defensively are so organized. So your only opportunity is going to come from broken play, like an intercept or a block ball, or
but that can't be
someone else.
That can't be your strategy going into the game, waiting on a mistake, waiting on this, waiting on a deflection.
It will be. Watch, it will be. I am guaranteeing you it will be.
So there's no faith that you're winning the game anymore, but you're not losing the game either.
I'm saying they're going to play for a draw. My prediction is that we're going to draw. That's my prediction. We are going to draw with Chelsea.
Even though your midfield is not doing well and Chelsea's midfield is doing well, you don't feel they're going to dominate and they're going to create chances and they're going to score more than 2. You don't feel that's possible?
Can I tell you why also I feel the way I feel?
I'm saying 3-1. I'm putting my head on the block. I'm saying 3-1 Chelsea.
We are overwhelming underdogs in this fight. So because we are overwhelming underdogs, and the pressure is on Chelsea to actually moor us properly, like a 4-0, 3-0, they're going to be ripe for a counter. Ababant. So I'm predicting a draw, either 1-1 or 2-2. It's going to be a draw, though. We are going to concede a goal. That I can see coming. Chances are we're going to concede, but I predict a draw. I don't fear Chelsea. I will repeat that.
I think you'll change your tune after the game on Sunday.
I'll be watching, and I will call you after the game.
I'll call you first. Don't worry. Check here. I saw a question on Twitter. I would like to ask it to you. I would actually ask from Arsenal point of view, but let me say this. out of your 1999 Champions League winning team, if you could choose one player to join the current team, who would it be?
You, Roy.
I called Zayn. I called Zayn. He said the same thing. He said, it's recorded. We probably put it out later. It's a short clip. It's same thing. Arsenal. As the question was from an Arsenal supporter, Invincibles, and it's overwhelming. I would like it to be two players, Vieira, Patrick Vieira, and Thierry Henry. But unfortunately, if it's one player, I've got to choose Vieira because we need that aggression, that passion. The guy that throws his body all over the floor, the leadership. It just shows. So now, and I asked him, is it just the current state of the game? Is it the social media where the guys of maybe playing for the same national team, so they're buddy? I mean, they lose against each other, big teams, and then they shake. I'm not saying they shouldn't be sportsmanlike and shake each other's hands afterwards, but like Keane said, like the third day we would maybe speak a bit, but not the first day after the game, second game after the.
Yeah, they've lost some of that bite. I agree with Keane. You know, if we had a Keane type leader in our team as United, Oli wouldn't have been sacked because the guy would have been calling the other guys out. Maela, what the fuck are you doing? You know, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you? Yeah, we need a player like that.
Same. Arsenal needs a player. Arsenal is a player like it. What I'm trying to say is it the current era we're living in the Twitter era we're living in the Lamborghini era we're living in the YouTube, in the social, the new media? That plays a part, right?
It is. I'll tell you why it is, because we live in a very populist type mentality in terms of the social media platform. So all these players want to be liked because the more people like you, the better chances are you at getting sponsorships and all those kind of trickle down benefits from being liked. So they're not going to say inflammatory shit that in fact this motherfucker is weak and he's costing us our games, you know, or be upset and not want to shake hands and things like that. Then it's going to count against them. So now they're taking cognizance of social media and how quickly things can go viral.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So the tweets and the journalists, and everyone is a journalist, everyone is a media expert because he has a mobile phone with Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And maybe the hate mail, the DMs on Twitter or on Instagram, you know?
The abuse online.
Yes, the mob.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm saying it's so weird that we're choosing the exact same players. We're choosing the leadership of that era.
Because we can see that's what's missing in these guys. That's what's missing. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm saying let's show Henry, even though you have a statue outside the Emirates, the goals you scored is unbelievable. Your partnership with Bergkamp, but I'm choosing my captain, my CDM.
Yeah, I'd do the same. I would do the same. I would choose Roy any day over anyone. If I were to get one guy back into the team, that would be Roy.
I think because we know it starts there. It starts there. You'll start in the foundation, and whoever like we said, the United way or you'll start the United way on the pitch, and whoever comes into the team, there'll be a model to follow, and there's a blueprint, and then you don't mess around like you said.
It's the mentality, the psychology of it behind it starts there. And I don't know if you heard one of these interviews to one of the guys, and he says, you know, sometimes in games he would be like, you know what, I feel like running into someone. I want to clatter into someone to set the tone. And that's what we miss. We miss that guy who's going to take leadership by the scruff of the neck and not care to be liked. You are doing your job. You are doing a job. If people like you or not, it's not your business when you are doing a job.
He says it's not a popularity contest.
Yeah, like that common saying that goes that, you know, if people like you this weekend and you get paid, and people don't like you the following weekend you get paid, you mustn't care, because make sure you just got paid both weeks.
And at the end of the day, the the supporters, your supporters, not everyone's gonna love you, but your supporters are gonna love you.
Yeah.
Your
You are going to appeal to your niche of
yes,
players, not everybody.
yes, which is the Manchester United, the Arsenal, whatever audience you have.
100%.
So I'm just, where does this nonchalant of Chelsea come in? I'm just shocked that you don't fear Chelsea. When I watch them play, how they dominate the game, how their wing backs, Conte, dude, Rudiger is sending through balls from the back. Thiago's Costa is playing the ball to Jorginho, and no one can touch him. He's sharp, his first touch. I'm like, look at this guy playing the ball. The centre back plays the ball to the centre midfielder. The centre midfielder, there's pressure around him. He wants the ball. He's calm. He's
Can I tell you what my tactic would be if I was the United coach or if I was the United captain?
Let's go. Let me.
My first tactic would be, let us injure N'Golo Kante. That would be my first. But we are now looking to injure this guy. We step on him, we bully him, we bamboozle him off the ball, we are rough to him within the confines of the law, of course.
Professional fouls.
No, within the law. No red cards. No, don't go for red cards. Don't do something stupid. But I mean, make it uncomfortable for the guy. Be on his throat.
Whose role is that now?
Therein comes the problem. We don't have a mongrel, but at the point now, I would assign that role to fucking, what's his name?
Fred.
Fred, because he's the most energetic out of them. But Fred, just follow this guy, bump him, step on him, pull him, tag him, frustrate him, man. Shoulder barge him. Just be on his fucking neck. Because once you take out that ball recovering quality of that guy, then you start disrupting the Chelsea team. Because that guy, I mean, I hate Chelsea, but I cannot not admire N'Golo, bruh. N'Golo is...
I hear you, but Chelsea is a old machine.
I know,
James is playing well. Jorginho was playing well.
I know, but if you watch some of their most critical plays, the influence is almost always N'Golo. Either through a marked ball, an intercept, well-timed tackle, retain the possession. It's always that motherfucker. 7 out of 10 times, it's probably N'Golo Kante. If it was allowed, I'd say someone must kick him in the head. Concussion.
Oof.
Next player in, please.
You're making me laugh. So, we spoke about it, and this is my problem with it when it comes to, okay, Arsenal, I can understand the problem. I'm lying, I don't even understand. Maybe I understand, I don't want to understand, or I shouldn't understand. Where the owners don't want to spend money and purchasing certain type of players. But how did United let these players slip through their hands? You guys didn't purchase Conte. You didn't purchase Vardy. You never purchased or made an offer, I think, I don't know, for Mahrez. I mean, these guys are Premier League. They did well in the Premier League. It's not like you're taking a chance on a player like that. Like I said, Declan Rice, why not a year ago? Why not 2 years ago? Why at the height of their careers you want to purchase them? And then, like, what's happening?
Because remember, we've had a very disruptive last couple of 7-8 years, whereby we've been chopping and changing recruitment policies and what manager likes what player. I'll tell you why. Before Sir Alex was quitting, he was working on a deal to get Modric to United. So when he stepped down, Moyes said, I'm not interested in Modric. And then while Moyes was pushing, before he got canned, he was working on bringing Toni Kroos in. And then he got sacked. Do you know Moyes got sacked after he had made contact with Kroos and an agreement was already in place in writing, black and white?
I didn't know that.
And then Van Gaal came in and said, I don't want Kroos. So we've been buying players, right? As you can see from the amount of money that we've spent in the last couple of years. But I think it was more of a panic buy situation rather than buying exactly what we needed at the time. And also factor in, like I said in the previous podcast, the amount of players released by both Moyes and Van Gaal literally sabotaged us. There were just too many players let go at the same time that had too much experience, knew what the culture of being a United player is. That dog spirit, that never say die, that fighter spirit. We let all of those guys go around the same period, which was suicide.
No, because when I look at it, like I said, Arsenal's owners do not want to spend money.
Yeah.
They do not want to spend money. So that, the Kroenkes, that's what I kind of understand. But you guys have spent the money. So it's just that these guys, the Glazers came in and they're a bunch of amateurs then.
We've also spent lots of money on the wrong players. How can Maguire be 80 million? Maguire, 80 million.
That's my point. So it's a bunch of amateurs running the club now with the new owners. They're a bunch of amateurs because, I mean, Vardy, Arsenal tried getting him. He's like, yo, I love Leicester. By the way, Arsenal, you're a big club, but on current team status, we're a better team than you. For the last 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, they've been a better team than Arsenal. Not a bigger club than Arsenal, I hear you, but they are a bigger team than Arsenal. Arsenal's a huge club, but they're not a huge team anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I understand Vardy not coming to Arsenal. I fully understand that. I understand if Sterling doesn't want to come to Arsenal, even though there's rumors. I understand that. I laugh when I watch Hakimi play last night for PSG. I was in talks. Arsenal wanted him also. When I watched him play, basically the first time yesterday, a full game that I watched of him play, I'm like, this guy is amazing. He'll never come to Arsenal. Not to play. Is he nuts? That doesn't make sense to him. Not to play Champions League with a team that's struggling. Why? It's career suicide, bro. Even I don't know if how Partey's deal was, but when he left the team, then they finally won the league, La Liga. I even feel he's upset.
Yeah,
I think he's upset. He's like, what? My timing was bad. I left him a season and a half too early.
We could have won.
He could have won he could have won the La Liga. You know, that's what you're there for. You want to win trophies.
You want to win trophies.
You want to win trophies. Like, yo, why are you playing? Because I want to win, and winning all the time consistently leads to trophies. It just shows how these clubs are in shambles, and then COVID exposed everyone. COVID make mega corporations close down. Juventus has no money. Barcelona has no money. Messi saga. Within the last two, Inter had to sell Lukaku because they have no money. It's like these guys was running on revolving loans, huge ones, that they only pay the interest. It's like they make a loan and they never want to pay it off. They only pay the interest, and then COVID came and they even couldn't pay the interest.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
I think that's what happened. They had 10 billion rand loans and they never paid it off. The name of the game was actually never to pay the loan off.
It's to keep it revolving. Yeah.
Just keep it revolving. Just pay the interest every year. That's it.
It's bad business actually, because they are behaving like the common person in the street, where you are one paycheck away from being broke.
And there were what is their paycheck now? There were one sponsorship deal from being broke. There were empty stadiums from being broke. And when the stadium was empty, and then they were broke.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, what's happening here? I mean, the Messi saga. The guy wanted to retire at Barcelona. You never imagined.
They couldn't afford his salary.
La Liga said no. You are too in the red. You cannot sign this player unless you need to sell everyone else. Which is impossible.
But that's also bad business, because while they were making all these connections, talking to Memphis, talking to Aguero, surely someone was looking over the books and saying, guys, we don't afford all these people.
That is exactly what I'm saying. I don't feel people can say what you want to say. Like, yo, I'm an amateur, I'm a professional fan, I call myself, but yo, like you said, They were so delusional that they spoke to all these players, getting Aguero in, getting this one in, getting that one. I don't care that they want a free transfer. You still have to pay their high wages.
Yeah.
And then La Liga, they were delusional. La Liga had to step in and say, yo, no, not gonna work. We do not accept. You can have a meeting, no meeting. We don't care how hard you beg. No, you are in the red. It's not happening.
Yeah. Shame. Yeah.
Now, no, can't say shame. The mighty has to fall. And being an Arsenal supporter, you gotta give props to the Man City group, bro. Check here. We watched the game, the Galacticos. Dude, it's been proven that money can't win the league. It's been proven.
Depends.
It's been proven that money, you still need good strategies and tactics. You can't just have players that are expensive.
Yeah. Okay. From that aspect, yeah, 100%.
Do you understand? It's just now we're gonna buy the best players in the world, and that's so interesting. Let's go to Newcastle now. Let's go to Newcastle. You got the money now. What are you gonna do if there's no strategy in January or in the summer? It's been proven that the money can't buy you the league, bro. You need proper chairman, director of football, whatever you call him.
You need direction from top level. Yeah.
Agreed. Top level Oaks.
100% agree with you there.
Like I said, why is United you can say what you want to say about United. They are the poster club in the EPL.
Yeah.
You can Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, now Man City. I hear what you're saying, but they are the poster club. That's why it's so hard. No one wanted to say Oli out. No one. All the pundits are. That's why I think most other supporters, we hate United, because no pundit wants to speak bad about United. I don't care if it's a Tottenham pundit, if it's Tim Shaw, whoever's sitting there, nobody wants to speak. But if it's Arteta, if it's Chelsea, if it's Guardiola, they want to say, oh, he can't make it, he doesn't have a striker, he's not doing this, he's not. But if you look at the guy's record, you're like, yo, why are you criticizing this oak? It's like, how dare you talk to this guy like that? How dare you talk about this guy? Can't you see the record? But when it comes to Ali, no one wanted to speak. Everyone is, it's the team. Oh, they need to work harder. They need to figure something out.
Can I tell you the problem here is that United at an executive level are very reactive, and that is the problem.
Agreed.
As an organization now,
as organization, same with Arsenal, same with United, as they should.
They're very reactive. You cannot be reactive in that position. You are one of the biggest clubs in the world. You need to be preemptive, you know? So should this happen, these are the plans, A, B, C, D, and E. Should this player not want to extend the contract, these are the lined up candidates to take over. You know, always have a fucking plan in place. And at the moment, it doesn't look like they do. They are very reactive. Now I hear, like you say, what you told me, that they were talking. Was it you who was telling me that they're talking to Ernesto Valverde?
No, it wasn't me. I heard that also.
Like what? Of all people, fucking Valverde.
I know nothing. Talk to me about him. I know nothing about him. You know, we don't follow the Italian league, bro. We don't know these Italian managers.
Bro, he's not a right fit for United. I can tell you now. That guy will not be the right fit for United.
But me and Zayn spoke about it. The problem with Arsenal and the problem with United, we have this love affair with managers that we want them to be. You want them to be what Ferguson was. And that's wrong, bro. We want the Wenger, we want our style of play, we want the manager to be there for 20 odd years. And that's the same reason why you guys couldn't let go of Oli, because you guys are also tired of this Chelsea system of 2 years, break up. But you have to, bro.
But listen. If I were to pick a guy for United right now, it's either
I know you're going
Luis Enrique or Ten Hag, or Ralph, what's his name? Ralph from RB Leipzig. Let me just check his name quickly for you. Ralph Rangnick. People that are going to, come through with that exciting brand. Remember, we are Manchester United. We don't play boring football. At least that is our DNA. Right? We need someone who's going to come in, be exciting, be able to mentor youngsters and bring them through the right way. And no one does that better than this guy, Luis Enrique. And then you look at also Ralph Rangnick's history with how he brought RB Leipzig up. Those are the kind of hands we need now at United. Not fucking Ernesto. Ernesto and Pochettino are a no-no for me. Pochettino is struggling with a team full of stars. Imagine now when he gets to United and he gets Paul Pogba there fucking hanging his lower lip there, not wanting to run. What's then going to happen? What's going to happen? No, bruh. We need a guy who can command the authority. When guys aren't playing, he can stand on the sideline and start shouting at them. But hey, you, get into position. Hey, you, are you sleeping? What's wrong? Do you want to come off? Almost like what Conte does, but dial it back down a little bit. Conte is not afraid to step on the touchline and start shouting at people. Same as Pep, same as Klopp. They're not scared to do that. Now, Ernesto, I fuck no.
Ferguson and Wenger, they came to the end of their careers, and not everyone was a media company. The social platforms, the Facebook, the Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, basically started. It basically started. But you're speaking now of the Pep thing. That guy's gonna go down as one of the greatest because it's well documented now. Because it's well documented because everyone has a machine in their hands. Dude, like I've always said it. Like that team just fascinates me. I've always said it. Like Sterling played last night, then he plays the full game, but he hasn't played in a while. It's like, does he want to make you angry and not play you on purpose, and then you're upset, and then your blood's boiling, and whenever you get a chance, you're like, I'm gonna show this guy. But like I said, no one's tweeting, no one's in the media. Okay, Sani did it. Sani wasn't happy, then he left. Then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But other than that, no one's actually. It's like Grealish hasn't played how many games now, right?
But I also watched that, sometimes Pep also fights with players, and then when he fights with those players, he puts them on the bench.
But that's what I'm saying. Till they calm down, until they take that anger and put it in their game, and when they play, and then they're amazing again, and then we confused again. Like, why wasn't this guy playing? What happened? Like, just out of the blue, Shevchenko played last night again. Out of the blue, I was like, yo, it's a must-win game. Mahrez doesn't play in the Premier League. Poop, Mahrez, you in. You're my Champions League guy. Shevchenko, you haven't played in forever. It doesn't matter. I want to go top on the log. I want to win the game. It's a must-win game. Poop, you in the team.
Come play.
Out of the blue. Like when it comes to you, like there's always two players in the team where you're shocked. Or when it comes to United and the Arsenal and the Liverpool, we know who's playing.
I think that was also Ole Gunner's biggest Achilles heel. He didn't know when to rotate the team.
Yeah, like I'm saying, we're not even managers, but we know how this guy thinks. We know what's this guy gonna do. We're not even managers. We don't even have the data that the opponents have.
Yeah,
on Ole.
My guy, we are professional fans. We do this intuitively.
Yeah, but we don't have the. Imagine you must have the data. Imagine you must have the data of how many miles, centimeters, whatever Fred covers. How many, like you said now, how many does Pogba cover? Okay, Pogba doesn't cover like this. Here's the data. Here's the last 10 games. Here's the last 5 games. This is how we're going to play against him. We don't even have the data, but we know what Ollie's going to do. We know what Arteta's going to do, but we have no data. We have none of this modern technologies in our favor, and we know what they're going to do already. Or when you play Pep, you're confused. When you play the Chelsea, you know more or less, but is Mason playing? You don't know. Is Pulisic playing? You don't know. Is Hudson-Odoi? He's down in the pecking order. Poop, he's up in the pecking order. He's doing well. You confused.
Yeah.
You just there's the spiness there. The spiness in the team. But these great managers make us make us amateurs, which we are. We just confuse all the time. What's happening? When it comes to Arteta, like I said, I know what time is going to make a substitution. Everyone knows Lacazette's going to go off and Odegaard's going to go on. It's the same thing. Yes, his squad is smaller. He doesn't have an amazing squad. We understand that. I hear you. I'm not taking that away from him. Challenges, he's rebuilding. But I'm saying is, you know what you're going to get when you play against him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched this game last night. So now I'm watching the game. Cancelo left back. Oh, I understand that. Then it looked like Shevchenko's in midfield. And then on the left, it was Sterling. I was like, okay, I wouldn't play Shevchenko there. This is confusing. Why? What did he see?
I didn't watch those guys yesterday.
Now I can't miss a Man City game. I'm just trying to figure this guy Pep out. I can't miss a game of Man City. No, I can't miss a game. I'm sorry. I'm not missing any Man City game. I'm sorry.
But I saw he still doesn't have the striker. He's still not confident in playing Jesus there up front alone.
That is why I'm watching. Why is he not doing that? What is he seeing that no one else, including me, is not seeing? And then
I don't think Jesus is good enough.
And then but it's good enough to play on the right. Do you get what I'm saying?
Then
it's good enough.
I don't think he's good enough as a striker.
It's good enough. Okay, cool. But if you have to choose, which you did last weekend or the weekend before, if you have to choose between Foden centre forward or Jesus centre forward, who do you choose?
Foden.
No, come on, that's not true. You can't choose Foden as a number 9 over Jesus.
I promise you. I don't rate Jesus at all. His movement.
But I'm saying as a number 9, I wouldn't choose Foden I would choose the guy that's more comfortable with the guy on his back. I would choose the guy that's more comfortable with the headed ball coming in now and then putting his head next to a flippin' Brighton defender,
Something is off with Gabriel.
But then he plays him. But I'm saying then he plays them in the same team, but then he plays Gabriel on the right. I'm like, okay, they both starting, but
yeah, but we'll see who's right between me and you. But I think Gabriel is on his way out of that club.
I feel he's a Brazilian should go to Barcelona.
Hey, they don't have money for Gabriel in Barcelona.
They need a striker. And that guy comes from the Premier League. He's good, bro. He comes from the Premier League. So those Spanish defenders, he's gonna not manhandle them, but he's gonna whatever they're gonna give him, he's gonna be like, I'm used to this. What if they're gonna elbow him when they're rising up above for crosses? He'll be like, dude, I'm used to this. I come from England, bro.
But yeah, but that guy, I don't know. There's something just off about him, just a bit off.
Okay, cool. So. I'm calling you after the Chelsea game. I think that's it for today. I'm calling off the Chelsea game because I don't understand why you do not fear Chelsea. It mind boggles me.
I do not fear Chelsea. I will repeat it. I do not fear Chelsea.
I said Chelsea's going to win Juve 2-1 and then it was 4-0. I'm like, okay. They're just clinical. They just play well.
I just think they are very well organized defensively. That is their biggest strong point. Other than that, I'm not afraid of those guys. The real beasts out in the street are Liverpool and Man City.
We need to put a wager on that. We need to put a wager on that closer. Closer to it. You put a wager on that. I don't understand the disrespect.
No, call me on Sunday before kickoff, and we'll sort it out.
Okay, cheers, man. Get back to work. Thanks for your time.
Brother. Cheers.